Do it. This is a slogan of Nike, and Nike successfully let people around the world know their brand value. This quote may not seem very meaningful. Just do it? Some might think we should do things in front of us with deep thought, rather than just doing it. However, this quote can be used every single day in your lives. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Rahee Park from grade 7. I believe in the power of this slogan, just do it, since it is the key point to today's topic, discover and develop. Failure. What comes to your mind when I say it? Most people are likely to be scared of doing new things because they dislike facing unknown challenges. And they want to keep themselves in a safe zone where they can live as usual. However, I am here today to tell you that fearing failure, even before starting an action, is not a right thing to do. Through my personal experiences. Through failure, I could grow and improve my capabilities by just doing it, which is the only way to minimize fear of failure. The story goes back to 2020. I was locked up in my own room. Do you remember the pandemic? It was the worst. I am a pretty energetic girl, and I like to stay active, outside. But due to social distancing and the impact of the virus, I couldn't do anything that I used to enjoy. So I just sat on my chair, holding my phone, scrolling through YouTube, looking for something interesting. Then I came face to face with a video titled, How to Do a Cartwheel. This was very interesting for me because I didn't even know what it was. But then I had this sudden urge to do it. I instantly ran outside to the living room to my mom and showed her the video. I said, "Hey mom, check this out. It's called a cartwheel. Can you try doing it?" Guess what she said? She said a strong, firm no. She lectured me on and on about how dangerous it was and how I would need an expert to help me do it properly. However, as soon as she said that, it went into my ear and went out to the other side. I mean, I knew it could be dangerous, but I wanted to make use of my time and try something new. I felt something in myself that I can do it if I try. So after I finished talking to her, I instantly ran into my room, shut the door, and immediately started researching on steps how to do a cartwheel. When I thought I had an idea of how I could do it and what it was, I started practicing on the stone bare ground. You see, when we cartwheel, we need to put our hand on the ground first and practically flip our body to the other side. This was not as easy as it looked. At first, I couldn't even lift my legs in the air properly while I had my hands on the ground. I will show you how bad it was. As you can see, I was practically hopeless. However, that was obvious since it was my first trial. But I was determined and I wanted to perfectly do it like the people that I watch on YouTube. So I kept practicing and I started to see some little changes in my cartwheel. On day 1, as I said, I couldn't even lift my legs in the air properly. And it went like that for a week. In the second week, I started to lift my legs very little bit. However, I kept looking at videos trying to figure out what was wrong with my cartwheel. Then I realized I was scared. I didn't realize this back then, but I realized that people who do cartwheels are practically supposed to go head first into the mat and support it with their hand. And I was scared that I would fall and break one of my bones or something. I was scared of getting hurt. That fear held me back from succeeding. However, I did not let that fear from hurting myself stop me. Day by day, I would always film myself to see what I'm doing wrong. For example, I realized my right leg is bent, but it needs to be straight. I wanted to perfect those little mistakes. Why? Not to impress my parents or friends, but to impress myself and see what type of capabilities I have, to see where I can reach, and to tell myself that I can succeed. As I kept practicing day by day, I was finally able to do a full cartwheel. Why? Because I just did it without anything or anyone there to stop me. Though my mom said it was dangerous, I didn't stop. Though there was no one to teach me, I didn't stop. Even if I knew it was hard, I didn't stop. I just did it through all the setbacks and the challenges that I faced. After learning that I could do a full cartwheel, I had a dream. I had a dream about getting into a cheerleading team. This is because in the team, I can cartwheel and cheer with other people. Not only that, but when I'm in the team, I can show other people the skills that I have as a person that can cartwheel and cheer. Now I'm going to show you a video of the process that I went through to be on the Chadwick cheerleading team. As you can see, I had a huge transformation. I learned from my experience that you shouldn't fear failure. This is because if you try something new, you are going to fail. However, keep that in mind and just do it. Just keep trying because after some time, you are going to get it. Like me. Surprisingly, I was not the only one doing this. There were numerous other people who already knew the power of just doing it. Yes, she is Yuna Kim, a Vancouver Olympic female figure skating gold medalist. I think almost everyone knows her. She's very talented, beautiful, and everyone praises her ability to ice skate no matter how burdensome the situation is. Many people think of her skating with fancy clothes and receiving first place as she always did. However, the effort and hard work she must have put in should also be considered. Imagine how hard she would have worked to get there. She had many doubts and challenges when she first started skating. South Korea had no proper ice rink. So she had to practice on a rink made for leisure skating. Since there were no enough infrastructure, she had to always go abroad to different countries, like Canada, to get trained, which must have been financially burdensome. However, these thoughts never stopped her from trying. Now, I would like to show you an ad that sponsored Yuna Kim by Nike, because this one ad practically shows her entire skating life. In the video, Yuna Kim was questioned about things like, can you do it? Are you good enough? And those questions were written on the ice. However, she doesn't care about it, and she just does it. She knows that she has a huge burden, but she doesn't care. She just does it, since she knows that although she fell down at first, she can get up and succeed if she works hard. Her action emphasizes that it is important to go beyond your boundaries without hesitation. She also shows us that to succeed and to just do it, we need to be committed to our actions and take action even through struggles. Do not think about the result of failure. Slowly, as she started improving, she erased the useless questions that were asked in our life by skating over them. This is how we should overcome our obstacles in front of us. How we know we can do it without thinking about the failure. How far we can go. Which challenges we can go over. Erasing the questions and going beyond obstacles, we can slowly but clearly know the inner power in all of us. The power that leads to ultimate success, no matter how difficult the journey is. I believe she can do it. I can do it. And finally, you can do it. Tests, grades, assignments, projects, and far more. We are constantly stressed about them. It may be because of time management, or it may be because you are scared of failing. When I walk around in the hallways, I hear students saying that they're doomed because of an upcoming test or project. I hear them worrying. What if? What if? And what if? What if I fail? What if the teacher gives me a bad grade? I am also a student, and I also sometimes worry, since worrying is a human nature. I worry, what if I do so badly on my test that I don't get good grades? And I am sure I'm not the only one asking ourselves these type of questions. However, these questions are the questions that should be erased, just like you saw in the video. Why think about what if you know that it is possible to get good grades? Why do you think about what if you know that you can get good grades if you work hard? Why do you think about what if you know that you can do better? This is the definition of fear for me. But in reality, fear is weak and we are strong. When you face these struggles, just always think of the quote, just do it, regardless of uncertainty. Whether it's opening a book, writing the first sentence, or setting up a study schedule, we should move past hesitation. Trying new things itself may push you out of your comfort zone. However, by taking action, regardless of fear, we can unlock new potentials and broaden our extent of experiences. This story always gives me the power to move forward, though I get the same questions on math wrong over and over again, though I sometimes don't know what to do in my design class, and even while preparing for this speech, though I didn't know how I could fill up the whole 15 minutes on my own. See, I did it. This is how I discover my potential and develop myself. And this is how you should discover your potential and discover yourself. Focus on enjoying the process to do in daily life, rather than having the outcome. If you do so, you'll find yourself where you dream without even realizing it. So, if you're hesitating in front of anything, just do it now, without fear of failure, because you are so much more than you think. Thank you.